Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Mike here. Today I am actually working on something that is not a pinball machine. This is an interesting old electromechanical device that I picked up from a friend who had it in storage for many decades after a local amusement park closed. This is the Harvard Standard Metal Typer. It's a really neat old device. And what it does is it stamps these little anodized aluminum things. They're like little good luck charms. You can put your name or your girlfriend's name or Bob loves Susie or whatever on them, and you stick a quarter in the little slot there, and then you'd have this thing here, and this tells you how many spaces you've left. It'll do 32, and then you would turn this. And there was two handles right here. Now I've got the game apart, as I'll show you in a minute. But you would turn this, and then you would pull the lever, and it would stamp I, and then P, and then U, and F, and G, and you would just go through that. And when you were done, you would pull the lever on the right, and it would kick the little coin out on the outside. See the little thing down here next to the cigarette holders, which is obviously a little bit of a holdout. So this machine, I remember this. I actually worked in the amusement park where this thing was, and it's a relic from my past that has been in storage for a long, long time. It's in pretty darn good shape, all things considering. This was probably made in the 50s. They were making these in the 20s and 30s and 40s, all the way up, from what I understand, into the late 80s. Maybe even beyond. It's entirely possible that these things can still earn money on location. Now, here's the problem. Getting these tokens are not easy. You put a quarter in, you get a token. Well, now these tokens are anywhere from 50 cents to $1 a piece if you can find the new old stock. I don't know if anybody is making them, but they're really fun. So let's take a look at the insides. I've pulled the insides out of the machine, and it's over here on the workbench. So let's take a quick look at this. I've got it underneath this blanket to keep the place from smelling up because I've sprayed it with all kinds of gunk. So this is the inside of the standard Harvard metal type. Let's turn this thing around. And this is what is facing the front. And these are the handles. The handles would go on either side, like right here, and one over here. Now, as I've gotten this thing, it's been sitting for a long, long time. It's all seized up. Let me show you what the tokens look like. These are the tokens that the thing prints. They're these neat little good luck things. They've got a little horseshoe on one side. It says good luck, a lucky coin, and there's a four-leaf clover on the other side. And see, this outer rim is smooth, and this thing would stamp letters into the outer ring, and I assume the holes in the middle were part of a bit in there, and so it would stamp it, turn it, stamp it, turn it, stamp it, and then in here is where the letters are. So I'll show you how the thing works. So I've got this thing apart, and this is a really interesting. It's beautiful. It's completely mechanical. The only thing electrical in it is this little coil right here, which basically runs off of a battery that when you put a coin in, it pulses it, and it lifts this up, and it just delatches this little thing right here. So let me show you what I've managed to figure out. The manual on this thing is very, very slim. It doesn't really talk about the operation or the design or the assembly or disassembly of this thing. So I'm kind of running blind on this. I only found one other video online of a working machine, and it was just enough of the guy demoing it to give me an idea of what was going on, because this machine right here is seized up. All of the grease in it is stuck, so I can't even tell what parts are supposed to be moving and what parts aren't. I've had to play around with it. I want to be very careful about not breaking anything, but it does look like it's complete, and I have every reason to believe that it was working when it was put in storage, or it was complete, and nobody has actually tried to repair it and screw it up. So let me share with you what I've learned so far, which may change as I dive into trying to restore this thing. So this right here, this spindle here, you see the little fingers all there on the bottom? Each one of these is a letter that gets stamped. There is I've partially taken part of it off. So this is the hammer. And the hammer sits, let me see, sits somewhere around like here. it goes on the spot like this, and this thing lifts it up, and then it drops it, and it hits that, and that's how it imprints the letter into the coin. The coins are fed from these tubes down into here. And when you spin the knob here, these gears spin this, and each one allows you to select the letter. You see there's a red thing that says space, and then this is A, B, C, D, all the way around to Z. These were all seized up. They're actually spring-loaded. And I've been spraying enough PB Blaster on them. They're finally starting to loosen up. Amazingly, all the springs are still there. There's just some rust here and there that's caused everything to kind of solidify. So I'm going to have to take this whole thing apart and clean it. But we've got these little things actually springing again. So this assembly turns, and then this right handle ejects the coin. The left handle imprints it. So the way the left handle works is this kicks into, I think, this little thing down here, like that. And then this lifts this up. This whole section is seized, and I didn't know until I saw the video. So this section right here is this whole assembly here is supposed to go up and down, and it's currently seized up. So I'm going to have to really work on this. But this thing slides up, lifts the hammer falls down, and imprints the coin. This thing right here, when you turn this knob, it is connected to an assembly underneath this that slides forward, that kicks the coin out of its bit here and down a little chute that slides out to the customer. So about half of this is still seized up. So I'm going to slowly take everything apart, take a lot of pictures, fiddle around with it. These two things right here, I believe, connect to a counter in the face of the main game that keeps track of how many spaces there are. I think this thing resets the counter, and this one, whenever you pull this arm back to do a letter, this thing goes down and it chinks a little counter, so it subtracts one from the letter. So I think this handles the letter counter. That's why these things are here, and there's a little wire that connects in. So I've got to get in here, and I've got to loosen some of these things, and so that they'll turn more freely. And my plan is to get this completely working, and it should be fun. There's actually a few tokens that are stuck in there right now. So I'm not exactly sure how to properly disassemble it, so I'm going to be very careful with it. Take a bunch of pictures, but I'm getting there. I'm slowly figuring it out, and stay tuned for more, and hopefully we'll get this thing working. And for more, visit PinballHelp.com. Thanks for watching.